I don't belong here. The thought repeats like a mantra as I navigate through the ballroom of the St. Regis Hotel. Crystal chandeliers, designer gowns, champagne that costs more than my rent. I'm not a guest, I'm help. Hired staff for the evening, wearing a simple black dress I borrowed from my roommate because my boss said, "Blend in, don't embarrass us." Blending in feels impossible when everyone else is dripping in diamonds and confidence. "Excuse me." A woman in red, Valentino probably, snaps her fingers at me. "Can you take these?" She thrusts empty champagne flutes at me without looking at my face. "I'm actually with the catering team, not—" "Then go cater somewhere. You're blocking the view." She turns back to her group, laughing about something I'm not meant to understand. I take the glasses, smile tightly, move away before the humiliation shows on my face. This is fine. I'm fine. Just 4 more hours and I can go home to my shoebox apartment and pretend tonight never happened. Oh my God, is that from Target? I freeze. Another woman, blonde, cruel smile, is staring at my dress. I mean, points for trying, but honey, you can always tell cheap fabric. She stage whispers to her friend. Do you think she snuck in? Security is so lax these days. I'm working. Sure you are. Her friend laughs. Sweetie, if you're going to crash a party, at least invest in decent shoes. Those are from Payless, aren't they? My face burns. My hands shake slightly as I grip the empty glasses. Miss Navarro! My boss, Patricia, head of the catering company, appears with fury in her eyes. Why are you standing around chatting? The kitchen needs you. Now. I don't pay you to socialize with guests. She says it loud enough that people turn to look. Get back to work or you're fired. The socialites smirk. Patricia storms off. And I stand there, small, invisible, exactly what I've always been, just the help. I'm heading toward the kitchen, eyes burning with unshed tears. When I feel it, that shift in the air when someone's watching, I glance up. Across the ballroom, leaning against the bar with a glass of whiskey and an expression of complete boredom, is a man who makes everyone else in the room look like extras in his movie. Nico Valente. I know who he is. Everyone in New York knows who he is. Tech billionaire, real estate mogul, and, if the rumors are true, head of the most powerful Italian crime family on the East Coast. Dark hair, sharp suit that probably costs more than my car, eyes that assess everything and reveal nothing. And right now, those eyes are fixed on me. My heart does something stupid, skips, races, forgets how to beat normally. He pushes off the bar, starts walking, toward me. No, he's not. He's walking past me, through me, to someone important behind me, except he stops, right in front of me, close enough that I smell his cologne, expensive, woodsy, dangerous. Ila Navarro. Not a question, a statement. My mouth goes dry. How do you? Your mother is Sofia Navarro, seamstress, works out of a shop in Queens. His voice is low, controlled. She made my mother's dress for my father's funeral. 20 years ago. Never charged us. Said grief was payment enough. I stare at him. Yes. That's my mother. I don't forget debts. His eyes scan my face, taking in the tears I'm trying to hide. The humiliation still burning my cheeks. Who hurt you? Nobody. I'm fine. Liar. His jaw tightens. The blonde in Chanel? Or your boss? It doesn't matter. It matters to me. He glances over my shoulder, at the women still watching, whispering. I'm about to do something insane. You can say no. But I need an answer in the next 5 seconds. An answer to what? He leans closer. So close I feel his breath against my ear. So close the world narrows to just his voice. Pretend to be my wife. Time stops. I pull back slightly. Stare at him. What? My wife, right now. Tonight. Just play along. His hand finds my lower back, light, barely there. Trust me. 5 minutes. Then I'll explain everything. I don't understand. You will. Do you trust me? I don't even know you. Your mother trusted me with her best work. Family debt means something, so I'm asking. Do you trust me enough for 5 minutes? I should say no. Should absolutely say no. But the humiliation is still fresh, the cruelty still stinging. And this man, this dangerous, powerful man, is looking at me like I matter. Okay. The word escapes before I can stop it. 5 minutes. His smile is slight, approving. Hold on. Then he turns, keeping his hand on my back, and addresses the room in a voice that cuts through every conversation. Excuse the interruption. The ballroom goes quiet. Every head turns. Oh God. What is happening? I realize some of you are wondering who this beautiful woman is. His hand slides to my waist, possessive, claiming, "Allow me to introduce my wife, Isla Valente." The silence is deafening. My brain short-circuits. Wife. He said, wife. In front of everyone. The blonde who mocked my dress has gone pale. Patricia looks like she might faint. And an elegant older woman in the corner, Nico's mother, I realize, has her hand over her mouth in shock. Wife, someone finally speaks. Nico, you're married. As of 3 months ago, small ceremony, private, you understand. He says it like it's the most natural thing in the world. We've been keeping it quiet, but after tonight, after watching people disrespect her, I'm done hiding. He turns me gently to face him. His hand comes up, touches my face with surprising gentleness. Forgive me for not protecting you sooner, amore. Then he takes my hand, brings it to his lips, kisses my knuckles like I'm royalty. The room erupts in whispers, and I stand there, frozen, while Nico Valente claims me as his in front of half of New York's elite. His mother approaches, elegant, furious. Nico, Domenico Valente. My office. Now. She looks at me. You too, dear. We're having a family discussion. She storms off. Nico's hand stays on my waist. Steady. That went well. That went. Are you insane? I hiss. You just told everyone I'm your wife. I did. We're not married. Not yet, but we will be. He starts guiding me toward a side door, away from the staring crowd. Come on, time for part 2. Part 2 of what? The part where I explain why you just became the most protected woman in New York. His smile is dark, satisfied, and why you're moving into my penthouse tomorrow. I'm not. Yes, you are. Because you just agreed to play my wife for 5 minutes. And those 5 minutes, they changed everything. We reach the door. He opens it, gestures for me to go through. Welcome to the family, Mrs. Valente. And as I step into the private hallway, heart racing, mind spinning, world completely upended, I realize I just made a deal with the devil, and I don't even know the terms yet. Chapter 2, The Impossible Clause. The family discussion happens in a private suite 3 floors above the ballroom. Nico's mother paces like a caged lioness, elegant, furious, speaking rapid Italian that I don't understand but sounds like a very creative lecture on lying to your mother. I sit on an antique chair that probably cost more than my car, hands folded, trying to look like I belong here. I don't. Nico leans against the window, calm, unbothered, answering his mother in the same fluid Italian. Then she switches to English. For my benefit, I realize 3 months. Nico, you've been married 3 months and didn't tell me. It was private, Mama. Private? I'm your mother. I raised you. I deserve to know when you... She stops, looks at me, really looks at me. What's your name, dear? Isla Navarro. Her expression shifts. Navarro. Sophia's daughter. Yes, ma'am. Your mother made my dress. For Giuseppe's funeral. Her voice softens. Beautiful work. Never charged us. I tried to pay. She refused. That sounds like her. And now my son marries her daughter without telling me. She sits, elegant even in fury. Explain, both of you, now. Nico straightens. It's complicated. Uncomplicate it. He glances at me. Something passes between us. A question. How much do we tell her? I have no idea. This is his show. His lie. His world. We met at a charity event, he says smoothly. 6 months ago. She was working. I was bored. We talked. It became more. His eyes hold mine. She's different from anyone I've ever met. Real. Honest. Not interested in my money or my name. Just me. The way he says it sounds almost true. Like he's practiced this lie so many times it became believable. Or maybe he's just that good at deception. And you married her in secret because I knew you'd want a circus. Photographers. Politicians. The entire family watching. He moves closer to me, hand on my shoulder. She didn't want that. Neither did I. So we went to City Hall, made it official, kept it between us. Until tonight. Until I watched people treat her like she was nothing. His voice hardens. That ends now. She's a Valente. Which means she's untouchable. His mother studies us, then sighs. You're lying. My heart stops. Mama, I don't know why. I don't know the details, but I know my son. She stands, smooths her dress. However, if you're calling this girl your wife, you have a reason. And knowing you, it's probably to protect someone. So fine, I'll play along. But Nico? Yes. If you hurt this girl, if this is some game, I will disown you myself. She looks at me. And welcome to the family, Isla. I'm Elena, and I apologize for whatever scheme my son has dragged you into. She leaves. The door closes with a soft click. Silence. She knows, I finally say. She suspects. There's a difference. He moves to the bar, pours 2 drinks. But she won't push. Family loyalty, it's stronger than curiosity. What just happened? You became my wife in the eyes of New York's most powerful families. He hands me a glass. Whiskey. Congratulations. I didn't agree to this. You agreed to 5 minutes. That was 30. His smile is slight. But now we're committed, so we might as well make it official. Official how? With a contract. Legal, binding, mutually beneficial. He pulls out his phone, types something. My lawyer is on his way. We'll draw up terms, signatures, make it real. I don't want to marry you. Good. I don't want to marry you either. He takes a sip. But we're going to anyway. For 1 year. Maybe 2. However long it takes. Takes for what? For people to stop looking at you like prey. For your mother to be safe. For your family to have security. His eyes meet mine. I looked you up. Isla. In the 30 seconds between deciding to claim you and actually doing it. Your mother has medical debt. Your sister needs tuition money. You're working 3 jobs just to keep everyone afloat. My chest tightens. That's none of your business. It is now, because you're my wife, which means your problems are my problems. He sets down his glass. So here's the deal. You play the role, attend events, live in my penthouse, convince the world we're married. In exchange, I pay off every debt, set up your sister's education, give your mother the best care money can buy. And what do you get? Legitimacy. My mother stops pushing me to settle down. Business partners stop questioning my stability, and he stops. And you stay safe from people who would use you to hurt me. Why would anyone want to hurt me? His jaw tightens. Because I made you visible tonight, which means you're now a target for anyone who wants to get to me. The weight of that settles over me. So I'm bait. So you're protected. There's a difference. He moves closer. I'm offering you a way out. Isla. Out of debt. Out of working yourself to death. Out of being invisible. All you have to do is pretend to love me for a year. That's insane. That's business. His eyes hold mine, and I always honor my contracts. The lawyer arrives 20 minutes later. Marcus Chen, 40-something, efficient, carrying a briefcase that probably contains my entire future. Mr. Valente, Miss Navarro. He sets up his laptop on the suite's desk. Let's discuss terms. The next hour is surreal. Marcus types, while Nico dictates. Duration. Minimum 1 year. Maximum 2. Residence. She moves into his penthouse immediately. Public appearances. Monthly minimum. Adjusted for business needs. Financial compensation. All debts paid, plus monthly allowance exit clause. Either party can terminate with 30 days notice. Anything else? Marcus asks. Nico looks at me. Any requests? This is insane. I can't just... What do you want, Isla? Name it. Within reason. I think about my mother. The hospital bills. The stress that's aging her faster than time should. My sister's dreams of college she'll never afford. My family doesn't know the truth, I finally say. They can't. My mother, she's traditional, Catholic. If she knew this was fake, she won't know. No one will. He leans forward. We sell this, completely. Even to family. It's the only way to keep everyone safe. Safe from what? From questions, from threats, from people who'd use them to control you. His voice is firm. They believe we're married, really married. That keeps them out of the line of fire. Marcus types. Family confidentiality clause added. Wait. I stop him. If this is a business arrangement, if we're both just playing roles, shouldn't there be some kind of boundary? Boundary? Like, what if one of us actually... I stop. This sounds ridiculous. What if feelings get involved? Nico laughs. Low, dark. They won't. How do you know? Because I don't do feelings. And you're smart enough not to fall for a man who just blackmailed you into marriage. I'm not blackmailed. You're coerced. Nicely, but coerced. He looks at Marcus. Add a clause. Romance clause. If either party develops genuine romantic feelings, the contract terminates immediately. No compensation. Clean break. I blink. That's generous? His smile is sharp. I know. But it protects us both. You don't have to pretend to love me if you actually do. And I don't have to worry about you getting attached. I won't get attached. Good. Then you'll have no problem signing. Marcus types. Reads aloud. Clause 7. Emotional termination. Should either party develop genuine romantic feelings toward the other, this contract shall immediately terminate without further compensation or obligation. Perfect, Nico says. That's the stupidest clause I've ever heard, I mutter. That's insurance. He stands. Because the moment one of us falls, this whole thing crumbles, and I don't crumble for anyone. Marcus prints. 2 copies. Hands us each a pen. Sign at the bottom. Initial each page. I stare at the contract, at the ridiculous clause, at the man who just turned my life into a business transaction. 1 year, Nico says. Then you're free, rich, set up, and I never bother you again. And if I say no, then you walk out. Go back to your 3 jobs. Watch your mother struggle. Watch your sister give up her dreams. His eyes are cold. Your choice, Isla. Freedom in a year, or struggle forever. It's not really a choice. I pick up the pen. Sign my name on the line. Isla Navarro. Soon to be Isla Valente. Nico signs his efficient, final. Marcus witnesses, congratulations. You're officially contracted. Contracted, I echo, not married. We'll fix that Monday, City Hall. Quick ceremony. Legal papers. Nico pockets his copy of the contract. Pack your things tomorrow. My driver will collect you at noon. I have work. You have a husband. Who's now your only job. He moves to the door. Stops. Oh, and Isla. What? Don't fall in love with me. It'll only end badly. Trust me, that won't be a problem. His smile is dangerous. Good. Because I'd hate to have to break your heart when this ends. He leaves. Marcus follows. And I sit there, contract in hand. Life irrevocably changed, wondering if I just made the smartest decision of my life, or the most catastrophic. I'm still sitting there 10 minutes later when my phone buzzes. Unknown number. This is Nico. Saved my number. Delete any dating apps. You're married now. Even fake wives don't cheat. Me. I wasn't going to cheat. Nico. Good. Because I'm a very jealous husband. Even when it's all pretend. Me. You said you don't do feelings. Nico. I don't, but I do possessive, and territorial, and slightly unhinged when people touch what's mine. Me. I'm not yours. Nico. You signed a contract that says otherwise. See you Monday, Mrs. Valente. He doesn't text again, but I stare at my phone for 20 minutes, heart racing, mind spinning, already wondering if the impossible clause was a mistake. Because if I'm being honest, the man who just bought me like a business asset looked at me tonight like I was priceless. And that's far more dangerous than any contract. Chapter 3. Cold to everyone. Except her moving into Nico Valente's penthouse feels like stepping into a museum where I'm not allowed to touch anything. Floor-to-ceiling windows, marble everything, art that probably costs more than my childhood home, furniture so pristine I'm afraid to sit. Your room. Nico opens a door to a suite that's bigger than my entire apartment. Bathroom through there. Closet's been stocked. If you need anything, text me. We're not sharing a room. This is business, not a romance novel. But something flickers in his expression. Unless you'd prefer to share. No, this is fine. Perfect. Good. He starts to leave, stops. Dinner's at 7. Formal. My mother insists on welcoming you properly. I don't have anything formal. Check the closet. He leaves before I can respond. I open the closet. It's full. Designer labels I've only seen in magazines. Dresses, shoes, jewelry. Everything in my size. A note card sits on the dresser. You're a Valente now. Dress like one. And dinner is an experience in psychological warfare. Elena Valente sits at the head of the table. Elegant. Observing everything. Nico sits across from me. Suit changed. Hair damp from a shower. Looking like he walked off a magazine cover. So, Isla. Elena cuts her food with surgical precision. Tell me about yourself. How did my son really meet you? At a charity event, like he said. And you fell in love despite knowing his reputation. I don't judge people by reputation. Smart girl. She sips wine. But you should know, my son is difficult. Cold. Married to his work. He'll forget birthdays. Miss dinners. Disappear for days on business. Mama, I'm preparing her. Marriage is hard enough without illusions. She looks at me. Can you handle difficult, Isla? I've handled worse. Have you? Her smile is slight, approving. Good. Then maybe you'll last longer than the first one. The temperature drops 10 degrees. Nico's jaw clenches. We're not discussing her. Why not? She's still out there, still talking, still making your life complicated. Elena turns to me. Did he tell you about his ex-wife? Mama, enough. He was married before, briefly. She was... Elena searches for a word. Ambitious. Wanted the name, the money, the status. When she realized Nico came with actual work and danger, she left, but not quietly. What does that mean? It means she's a problem for another day. Nico stands. Excuse me, I have calls. He leaves. Abrupt, angry. Elena watches him go. I upset him. He seems upset often. He's been upset for 3 years. Since she left and tried to destroy him on her way out. She refills her wine. But you're different, I can tell. Different how? You're not here for his money. You're not dazzled by the penthouse or the name. Her eyes are sharp. You're here because he gave you no choice. Isn't that right? My heart races. It's fine. I don't need details. She stands. But Isla, whether this marriage is real or convenient, you're family now. Which means I'll protect you, even from my son if necessary. She leaves me alone with that terrifying promise. Week 1. I learn quickly. Nico Valente is 2 different people. To the world, he's ice, controlled, ruthless. I watch him handle a business call. Voice like frozen steel, cutting someone off mid-excuse, ending with, "Fix it or you're done. I don't pay for incompetence." He hangs up, sees me watching. What? Nothing. You're just very... direct. I don't have time for games. He loosens his tie. Business dinner tonight. Wear the blue dress. The one with the... He gestures vaguely. The one that shows too much leg. The one that makes you look like you belong at my table. His eyes linger. Which you do now, even if you don't believe it yet. The dinner is at an exclusive restaurant, private room, men in expensive suits discussing things I probably shouldn't hear. Nico keeps his hand on my lower back, possessive, like he did at the gala. Gentlemen, my wife, Isla. They assess me, calculating. One, older, sleazy, lets his eyes linger too long. Charming. Where did you find her, Nico? That's none of your concern. His voice could cut glass. Focus on the contract, not my wife. The man smirks but backs off. Throughout dinner, Nico is attentive in small ways. Refills my water without asking. Orders dishes he somehow knows I'll like, shifts his chair closer when someone's voice gets too loud. It's subtle, protective. Nothing the others would notice. But I notice. Week 2. The routine settles in. Mornings. He's gone before I wake. Coffee made. Note left with schedule. Lunch with potential investors. Wear something that says I'm rich and unimpressed. See you at 1. Not I show up in a cream suit from the endless closet. He sees me and something flashes in his eyes. Perfect. The lunch is torture. Boring men talking about money. But Nico keeps catching my eye. Small smile. Like we're sharing a private joke about how tedious this all is. One investor's wife pulls me aside. You're lucky. Nico Valente is a catch. Powerful. Wealthy. Dangerous in the right ways. Dangerous? You know what I mean. She winks. And men like him, they take care of what's theirs. Absolutely. Possessively. Completely. I'm not his. I want to say it can't, because according to the world, I absolutely am. Week 3. It happens at a gallery opening. Too many people. Too much noise. I'm talking to Elena, making an effort, when my vision starts spotting. Excuse me. I duck into a hallway, lean against the wall, breathe, low blood sugar, Forgot to eat. Stupid. The world tilts. I slide down the wall. Then strong hands catch me. Isla. Nico's voice, sharp with something I've never heard. When did you last eat? This morning. It's 8 p.m. He scoops me up, effortlessly. We're leaving. I'm fine. You passed out. You're not fine. He carries me through the gallery, past staring guests, past his mother's concerned face, out to the car where his driver is already waiting. Home. Fast. I wake up in his bed. Not mine. His. The room is darker, simpler. Very him. He's in a chair by the window. Jacket gone. Tie gone. Sleeves rolled up. Watching the city like he's searching for threats in every shadow. How long was I out? My voice is rough. He turns. Relief floods his expression before the mask slides back. 20 minutes. Doctor checked you. Low blood sugar, dehydration, exhaustion. I'm fine. You're not fine. You're running yourself into the ground trying to be perfect. He moves closer, sits on the edge of the bed. You don't have to be perfect, Isla. Just present. I thought this was a business arrangement. I thought I was supposed to perform. Not at the cost of your health. His hand finds mine. Gentle. You scared me tonight. You were scared. Terrified. Briefly. Then annoyed. Then back to terrified. He squeezes my hand. Don't do it again. I didn't do it on purpose. I know. Which is why you're fired from work duties until further notice. Your only job is staying healthy. Understand? You can't fire me from my actual jobs. I already did. Called your bosses. Explained you're focusing on family obligations. They were very understanding. His smile is slight. Generous severance packages help. Nico, don't fight me on this. You're my wife. Real or fake, that means I take care of you. And I can't do that if you're killing yourself to maintain some image of independence. I need to work. You need to rest. Eat. Stop pretending you're not exhausted. His thumb strokes my knuckles. Let me take care of you. Just this once. Why do you care? He's quiet for a long moment. And because if something happened to you on my watch, I'd never forgive myself. That's the contract talking. That's me talking. His eyes meet mine. I don't say things I don't mean, Isla. And I mean this, you matter. To the arrangement, yes. But also... He stops. Just rest, okay? Okay. He stands. Starts to leave. Nico? Yeah. Thank you. For carrying me out. For calling the doctor. For... I stop. For caring. Even if you don't want to. His expression is unreadable. Who says I don't want to? He leaves before I can respond. And I lie there in his bed, surrounded by his scent, wondering when the contract stopped feeling like business and started feeling like something infinitely more dangerous. Week 4. The shift is subtle but undeniable. He starts checking on me. Morning texts. Nico, did you eat? Me. Yes. Mother. Nico. Sarcasm noted. But actually, did you? Me. Toast. Coffee. Does that count? Nico. No. I'm sending lunch. Eat it or I'm coming home to supervise. Me. You're very bossy for a fake husband. Nico. I'm exactly as bossy as a fake husband should be. Now eat. He comes home earlier. Not early. He's still working until midnight most nights. But earlier than before. Joins me for dinner. Asks about my day. Listens when I talk about his mother's stories or the book I'm reading. One night, I catch him watching me. What? Nothing. Just... He stops. You look comfortable here now. Like you belong. Is that good or bad? Good. Very good. He stands. I have more work. Don't wait up. But he lingers, like he wants to say something else. Can't find the words. Nico? Yeah. Us. It's working. The arrangement, you don't have to worry about me breaking contract. I'm not worried about the contract. His voice is quiet. I'm worried about what happens when it ends. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything. He heads for his office. Good night, Isla. Good night. But I don't forget. And neither, I think, does he. Chapter 4, When the World Turns. Week 5. I wake up to Nico standing at the bedroom door, still in yesterday's suit, eyes dark, exhausted. Pack a bag. We're leaving the city for a few days. I sit up. What? Why? Because a bomb just dropped, and I need you somewhere safe while I handle it. What kind of bomb? He tosses his phone on the bed. Screen showing a news headline. Ex-wife of Nico Valente publishes tell-all, living with a monster. My stomach drops. Oh my God. Read it, all of it, before we go anywhere. His voice is carefully controlled. You need to know what they're saying. The book is called Behind the Valente Name, My Life with a Criminal, written by Victoria Ashford, his ex-wife. I skim the excerpts available online, each one worse than the last. He was cold, calculating, capable of violence I can't describe without nightmares. The business meetings were covers. I knew what he really did, who he really was, a monster in expensive suits. I left because I valued my life, and I warn any woman who thinks she can change him, you can't. He's incapable of love, incapable of anything except control and cruelty. There are photos. Nico at events, looking every bit the dangerous man she describes. Dark, intense, untouchable. The comments are brutal. Why would anyone marry him after this? His new wife must be desperate or delusional. That poor woman. Someone save her. I look up. Nico is at the window, hands in pockets, staring at the city like it personally betrayed him. Is any of it true? Some. The violence part. I've hurt people, killed people. I'm not going to lie about that. His voice is flat. The rest? The manipulation, the cruelty, that's her version, told the way she needed to tell it to feel like a victim instead of someone who walked away when things got real. What do you mean? I mean, she knew what I was when she married me. Loved the money, the power, the status. But when she realized it came with danger, with actual consequences, she ran, and on her way out, she decided to burn everything down. Why now? It's been 3 years. Because I remarried. Because she can't stand the thought of me moving on. Because... He stops, jaw clenching. Because she's still trying to control the narrative, and I gave her ammunition by claiming you publicly. So this is my fault. This is her fault. He turns, eyes fierce. Don't you dare take responsibility for her poison. But if you hadn't announced, then she would have found another excuse. This is who she is, who she's always been. He crosses to me. Pack your bag, my mother's estate upstate, gated, secure. Until this dies down. I'm not running. You're not running. You're being smart. Because the press will come. The questions will come. And I need you safe while I handle it. We're in the car, SUV, tinted windows, driver who's definitely armed, when my phone starts blowing up. Old friends, acquaintances, people I haven't spoken to in years. Is that really you, married to Nico Valente? Girl, are you okay? That book is dark. Do you need help? Blink twice if you're in danger, lol. I turn off my phone. They all think I'm trapped. Are you? Nico's voice is quiet. No, but they won't believe that. Does it matter what they believe? It matters that everyone thinks you're a monster. He's quiet for a long moment. Maybe I am. You're not. Isla. I've done things that would give you nightmares. Things Victoria hinted at but didn't fully describe because she doesn't actually know the half of it. He looks at me. I'm not a good man. Never claimed to be. So if you want out, if this is too much, I'll understand. The contract says 1 year. Fuck the contract. I'm asking you, as a person, are you okay with this? With being tied to me while the world calls me a monster? I think about the man who carried me out of a gallery, who texts to make sure I eat, who comes home earlier just to have dinner with me. The world doesn't know you. They know headlines, rumors, an ex-wife's bitter version of events. I meet his eyes. I know the man who made sure I had coffee this morning, who rearranged his entire schedule when I was sick, who looks at his mother like she's the only person he trusts. That's not a monster. You barely know me. I know enough. My voice is firm. And I'm not running because some book says I should be scared of you. Something breaks in his expression. Relief mixed with disbelief. You're either very brave or very stupid. Probably both. I shrug. But I signed a contract. I'm seeing it through. Monster reputation and all. His laugh is rough. Surprised. You're something else. Isla Navarro. Valente, I correct. For the next 11 months at least. Right, Valente. But the way he says it sounds less like a fake name and more like something he wants to be true. The estate, day 1. Elena's house upstate is more mansion than house. Gardens, security, peace. She greets us at the door, takes one look at Nico's face and pulls him into a hug. Ignore her, Figlio. She's bitter and desperate for relevance. She's destroying everything I've built. She's a mosquito, annoying, but ultimately insignificant. Elena releases him. Now go shower, eat, rest. Let me handle the press. Mama. I raised you through worse than one bitter ex-wife. I can handle this. She shoos him away, turns to me. You. Tea. Garden. Now. We sit among roses. Elena pours tea with the kind of grace that comes from decades of practice. You defended him to his face, in the car. You heard that? These windows are thin when I want them to be. Her smile is slight. You don't believe what Victoria wrote. I believe parts of it. The violence, the danger, but not the cruelty, not the incapability of love. I sip tea. He loves you. I see it every time he looks at you. He loves me because I'm his mother. It's obligation. She sets down her cup. But you're not obligation. And yet he looks at you the same way, maybe more. The contract, forget the contract. I'm talking about what I see. The way he checks his phone constantly when you're not with him. The way he rearranges meetings to be home for dinner. The way he carried you out of that gallery like the world would end if something happened to you. She leans forward. That's not contract behavior, Isla. That's a man who's starting to care despite himself. He doesn't do feelings. He does them terribly, which is why he avoids them. She laughs. But you're breaking through anyway, and it terrifies him. Which is probably why Victoria struck now. She sees it too. Sees what? That you're different. That you might actually reach him, and she can't stand it. Day 3. The press gets worse. Interview segments. Opinion pieces. Social media dissecting every photo of Nico and me together. Look how tense she is. That's not love. That's fear. Someone needs to check on this woman. I'm reading comments, bad idea, when Nico finds me. Stop. He takes my phone. They don't know anything. They think they do. Let them. He pulls me up. Come on, walk with me. We walk the grounds. Security at a distance. Just us in the sunset. I'm used to people thinking the worst of me, he says. I've built my entire reputation on being untouchable, dangerous, someone you don't cross. But hearing them worry about you, hearing them call you a victim, that bothers me more than it should. He stops, looks at me. You're not a victim, Isla. You're the only person in my life who treats me like I'm human. You are human. Am I? Sometimes I wonder. His voice is quiet. I've done things, Isla. Things that would make Victoria's book look tame. And you're standing here defending me like I'm worth defending. You are worth it. Why? Because I pay your bills? Because of a contract? Because you're more than your worst moments. Because you take care of your mother. Because you made sure I ate breakfast. I step closer. Because when you carried me out of that gallery, you looked genuinely scared. And that's not something monsters do. He stares at me. Then laughs. Short. Disbelieving. You're going to ruin me. What? Nothing. Just... He runs a hand through his hair. Thank you. For not believing the worst. You're welcome. We stand there as the sun sets, close but not touching, both knowing we're walking a dangerous line. The line between contract and something real. Day 5, back in the city. The press conference is Nico's idea. I'm not hiding. And neither are you. We stand together in front of cameras, microphones, questions shouted from every direction. Mr. Valente, what do you say to your ex-wife's claims? That they're one person's perspective, not the whole truth. Is your current wife safe? My wife, he pulls me closer, possessive, is perfectly safe, happy, and not interested in answering questions about a bitter ex who can't move on. Isla, how do you respond to people who are concerned for your safety? I freeze. Cameras everywhere. Nico's hand tight on my waist. I respond by saying, I take a breath. That I know my husband, not the man in tabloids or bitter memoirs. I know the man who takes care of his mother, who works 18-hour days to protect people who depend on him. Who... My voice strengthens. Who is far more than one person's angry narrative. Silence. Then a flurry of more questions. Nico cuts them off. That's all. Thank you. We leave. Together. His hand never leaving my back. In the car, he's quiet. You didn't have to do that. Yes, I did. Why? Because they were tearing you apart, and you didn't deserve it. I look at him. Regardless of what the contract says, regardless of how this ends, you're not a monster. And I won't let the world think you are. He stares at me. Something dangerous in his eyes. Isla. What? We're breaking the clause. My heart stops. What clause? The feelings one. The one that says this ends if we develop feelings. His voice is rough. Because I'm starting to care about you. More than I should. More than the contract allows. Nico, I'm not ending it. Not yet. But you should know, I'm not following the rules anymore. And if that scares you, tell me now. I should be scared. Should run. Should remember this is temporary. Instead, it doesn't scare me. It should. Too late. His smile is slow, dangerous, full of promise. Then we're both in trouble. Chapter 5, When Everything Breaks. Hello, my loves. It's me here, from my romance library, and I just wanted to stop by and say a quick hi to you, the amazing person on the other side of the screen following me on this journey. You know that feeling when you finish an amazing audiobook and you already want to start another one? Well, you are the reason I bring every story here. Every chapter I write is made thinking about you, the one who puts on your headphones, hits play, and dives into these delicious romances with me. And listen, I really need your help. Can you rate the story you just listened to from 1 to 10? That helps me so much to understand what's working and what I can make even better. And if you have a suggestion, a request, a desire to hear something specific, CEO, Mafia, enemies to lovers, roommates, tell me. Leave it in the comments, send a message, scream in caps lock. I read everything. Because my romance library isn't just mine, it's ours. It's the cozy little corner we come to when we need romance, tension, butterflies in the stomach, and that, oh my God, just kiss already, moment. So thank you for being here, for giving me your company, your time, your energy. You have no idea how much it means to me. Shall we keep going together? And continuing. 2 weeks after the press conference, the book becomes a bestseller. Victoria does interviews, talk shows, podcasts, each one painting Nico as progressively worse. He threatened me, controlled me, made me feel like I couldn't leave. The internet eats it up. Hashtags trend, think pieces multiply. Tether's Save Isla Valente becomes a thing. People I've never met are concerned for my safety. Strangers send messages begging me to escape. Nico handles it the way he handles everything. By working more, sleeping less, becoming more distant. We barely see each other. He leaves before I wake. Returns after I sleep. The penthouse feels empty, despite me living in it. Week 3. I find him in his office at 3 a.m., tie undone, shirt wrinkled, empty glass on the desk. You're still up. He doesn't turn. I couldn't sleep. Because of the book. Because of everything. He refills his glass. Whiskey. His third, judging by the bottle. Because my mother's being harassed by reporters. Because business partners are reconsidering their associations. Because Victoria's winning and I can't. He stops, jaw clenching. Can't what? Can't protect you from this, from being associated with me, from having your name dragged through the same mud as mine. I can handle. You shouldn't have to. His voice rises. Sharp, angry. You're only here because of a contract, because I dragged you into my world without thinking about the consequences. And now you're paying for my mistakes. Nico, no. Listen. He finally turns, eyes bloodshot, exhausted. Victoria was right about one thing. I am a monster. Not in the ways she described, but in the ways that matter. I destroy things, people. Everything I touch eventually burns. That's not true. It is true. My father, dead because he was in business with me. My first marriage, destroyed because she couldn't handle what I am. And now you... His voice breaks slightly. You're being crucified by association, and I can't fix it. I cross to him. I don't need you to fix it. I need you to stop torturing yourself. I deserve torture. You deserve rest, food, sleep, not drinking alone in your office at 3 a.m. while the world tears you apart. Why do you care? The question is raw, vulnerable. Why do you defend me when everyone else... Because I see you, the real you, not the version Victoria sold, not the monster people want you to be. Just you. And who am I? He's close now. Too close. Really? Who is Nico Valente when you strip away the money and the power and the violence? You're the man who checks on his mother every night, who makes sure I eat, who carried me out of a gallery like I mattered, who works himself to death protecting people who don't appreciate it. My hand touches his face. You're the man I'm starting to... I stop. The words catch. Starting to care about. Starting to fall for. Starting to love. All violations of the clause. Starting to what? His hand covers mine. Warm. Steady. Say it, Isla. I can't. Why not? Because the clause. Fuck the clause. His other hand finds my waist, pulls me closer. We've been breaking it for weeks. We both know it. So say it. Please. I'm starting to care about you. The admission cracks something open. More than I should. More than the contract allows. And I don't know how to stop. His forehead touches mine. Don't stop. Please don't stop. But the contract can burn. I don't care anymore. His voice is rough, desperate. I tried, Isla. I tried to keep distance, to treat this like business. But you... He stops, breathes. You look at me like I'm worth something, like I'm more than my worst moments. And I'm so fucking tired of pretending that doesn't matter. Nico, I'm falling for you. The confession tumbles out. Broken. Real. I know I shouldn't. I know this was supposed to be temporary. I know you deserve better than a man who comes with this much baggage. But I can't keep lying. Not to you. Not anymore. Tears burn my eyes. The clause says, I know what it says, and I'm breaking it, officially, completely. His hands frame my face. So tell me now, do you want out? Because if you do, I'll let you go. No guilt, no obligation, clean break like the contract promised. I should say yes, should take the exit he's offering, should protect myself from the inevitable heartbreak. Instead, I don't want out. Isla, I want you. This, us. My hands clutch his shirt. Even if it's complicated, even if it breaks the contract, even if... He kisses me. Not gentle, not romantic. It's desperate, broken, full of 3 months of wanting and denying and finally surrendering. His hands slide into my hair. Mine grip his shoulders. Everything we've been holding back crashes through us. He tastes like whiskey and exhaustion and coming undone. I'm sorry. He breathes against my lips. For dragging you into this. For not protecting you better. For... Stop apologizing and kiss me again. He does. Deeper this time, like he's trying to memorize this moment before it slips away. We break apart, both breathing hard, foreheads touching. We just broke the contract, I whisper. I know. The clause specifically says, I know, and I don't care. His thumb strokes my cheek. We'll deal with the consequences tomorrow, tonight. He pulls me closer. Tonight, let me have this. Let me have you. Just for a few hours before everything falls apart. What if it doesn't fall apart? It always falls apart, Ela. I'm good at building empires, terrible at keeping people. Then maybe it's time you learned. His smile is sad. You have too much faith in me. Or maybe you don't have enough faith in yourself. We end up on the couch in his office, not doing anything explicit, just holding each other. His arms around me, my head on his chest, his heartbeat steady under my ear. When the contract ends, he starts. We have 8 months left. When it ends, he continues. I want to do this right. Court you. Date you. Ask you properly instead of through legal documents and fake marriages. That sounds nice. It sounds terrifying. I've never courted anyone. I don't know how. You've been doing it for 3 months. The texts, the dinners, making sure I'm okay. I look up at him. That's courting, Nico. You just didn't realize it. I thought that was basic human decency. For you, it's romance, because you don't do it for anyone else. He's quiet. Then, you're going to ruin me completely, aren't you? Probably. Good. He kisses the top of my head. I could use some ruining. We fall asleep there, tangled together, breaking every rule we set. When I wake, the sun is rising. Nico is still asleep, face relaxed, younger without the weight of the world on his shoulders. I watch him, memorize this moment, because he's right about one thing. This is dangerous, fragile, likely to shatter. But for now, for this moment, it's worth it. He wakes to find me watching. Creepy, he murmurs. Beautiful, I counter. You're biased. Completely, I touch his face. Good morning, husband. Good morning, wife. His smile is slow, real. We're in trouble, aren't we? So much trouble. Worth it? Absolutely. He pulls me closer, kisses me softly. Then let's be in trouble together. Later that morning, Elena finds us in the kitchen, having breakfast. His arm around my waist, my head on his shoulder. She stops, assesses, smiles. So it finally happened. What finally happened? Nico asks, pouring coffee. You stopped pretending this was business. She sits. How long until the contract ends? 8 months. And then? Then we figure out how to do this for real. I look at Nico. Right. Right. His hand finds mine. No more contracts, no more clauses, just us. Elena laughs. Good, because I already started planning the real wedding. The contract one doesn't count. Mama, you think I didn't know? Please, I'm your mother. I know everything. She sips her coffee. Now, when are you addressing the Victoria situation? Because she's on another talk show tonight, and I'm tired of her face. Nico's expression hardens. I'm handling it. How? By proving she's not as credible as she claims. I have evidence, emails, recordings, proof that most of her memoir is fabricated for sympathy sales. You're going to destroy her. It's not a question. I'm going to expose her. There's a difference. His jaw sets. She can hate me. She can write books. But she doesn't get to lie. And she doesn't get to hurt Isla by association. Elena looks at me. He's being protective. Very attractive on him, isn't it? Mama. What? Your wife should know what she signed up for. Possessive. Territorial. Slightly unhinged when people threaten what's his. She pats my hand. Get used to it, dear. It only gets worse from here. That night, Victoria's talk show interview airs. We watch, together. His arm around me. Both of us bracing for impact. She's polished, sympathetic, playing the victim perfectly. And your advice to his new wife? The host asks. Victoria looks directly at the camera, at me. Run, before it's too late. Before he destroys you the way he destroyed me. The screen goes black. Silence. Then Nico picks up his phone. Makes a call. Release it. All of it. Tonight. He hangs up. Release what? I ask. The truth. Every email she sent begging to come back. Every voice message admitting she lied. Every piece of evidence that shows she left because she wanted more money, not because she was scared. His smile is cold. She wanted to play games. I'm ending them. Nico, she threatened you, called you naive on national television, told the world to save you from me. His eyes are fierce. Nobody threatens you. Nobody. I don't care who they are or what they think they know. That's very unhinged, possessive, exactly what my mother warned you about. His hand cups my face. Probably, but I'm done pretending to be civilized about this. She comes after you. She comes after me. And I fight back. Hard. I know. Does that scare you? No. I kiss him softly. It makes me feel protected. Good. He pulls me closer. Because protected is exactly what you are. For the next 8 months, and every day after. Promise? Promise. Chapter 6. The breaking point. The next morning I wake up alone. Nico's side of the couch, we fell asleep there again, is cold. Empty. A note on the coffee table. Had to handle Victoria's situation. Back tonight. No or no. Good morning. No kiss goodbye. Just business. The shift is immediate and terrifying. Day 2. He comes home late, exhausted, barely speaks. How did it go? Fine. Handled. He loosens his tie. I'm going to bed. Nico. Not tonight. Isla. I'm tired. He disappears into his room. The door closes with a soft click that feels like a wall going up. I stand there, alone in the penthouse that suddenly feels like a cage. Day 5. The Victoria situation is resolved. Her lies exposed. Her credibility destroyed. The media pivots, apologizes to Nico. Some even praise him for setting the record straight. It should feel like victory. Instead, it feels hollow, because Nico is different, distant. Like the man who held me on that couch was a dream I imagined. We pass each other in hallways, exchange polite words, nothing more. At dinner with Elena, he's charming, attentive, the perfect son, but with me, ice. Did I do something wrong? I finally ask one night. No. Then why? I'm busy, Isla. Work, business. You understand. He doesn't look up from his laptop. No, I don't understand. What happened between us? Was a mistake. His voice is flat. We broke the contract clause, which means technically, this arrangement should end. But since we have 8 months left and breaking it now would raise questions, we continue. Professionally? Yes, as agreed. Finally, he looks at me. Expression carefully blank. That's what you wanted, right? A business arrangement. That was before. Before doesn't matter. We have a contract. We follow it. He returns to his laptop. I'll be in meetings all weekend. Don't wait up. Week 2. I'm suffocating. Living with someone who barely acknowledges me, who treats me like a business obligation instead of what? His wife. We're not really married. His girlfriend. We never defined it. His mistake. That seems most accurate. Elena notices. What happened? Nothing. We're fine. Isla. I've known my son for 32 years. I know when he's running scared. She sips her tea. He told you how he feels, didn't he? How did you? And now he's panicking, pushing you away before you can leave him first. She sighs. Classic Nico. Self-sabotage dressed as protection. I don't want protection. I want him, I know. But he doesn't believe he deserves to be wanted. So he destroys it before it destroys him. She touches my hand. Be patient or don't. But know that his distance isn't about you. It's about his fear. Fear of what? Of this being real. Of you seeing who he really is and leaving anyway. Her smile is sad. Like Victoria did. Like his father did, in a way. Like everyone important eventually does. Week 3. The final straw comes at a charity gala. Nico is there, charming donors, playing the perfect host. I'm there, playing the perfect wife. We haven't spoken in 3 days. A woman approaches him, beautiful, sophisticated, touches his arm too familiarly. Nico, it's been ages. Sophia, good to see you. They talk. She laughs. He smiles. That smile he used to give me. Something inside me cracks. I excuse myself, head for the bathroom, lock myself in a stall and finally let the tears come. When I emerge, Elena is waiting. He's an idiot. He's moved on. My voice is hollow. Back to his old life, like I was just a temporary interruption. He hasn't moved on. He's terrified, which makes him stupid, which makes him push away the one person who actually... She stops. Isla, do you love him? The question hangs. It doesn't matter. It's the only thing that matters. He doesn't want my love. He wants the contract. the business arrangement, the clean exit in 8 months. I wipe my eyes. So that's what I'll give him. That night I pack a bag. Essentials only. Leave a note on the kitchen counter. Contract fulfilled to this point. Taking some space. Will return for scheduled events. Isla. I call my old roommate. She says I can crash on her couch. I'm halfway to the door when Nico appears. Where are you going? Out. I need space. Space for what? To breathe. To think. To stop living in a house where I'm nothing but a contractual obligation. My voice is steady despite the tears threatening. You wanted professional? Fine. I'll be professional. But I can't do that while living here pretending this is something it's not. Isla. No. You don't get to Isla, me. Not after 3 weeks of treating me like I don't exist. Not after... I stop. Breathe. I'm done. With the pretending, with the hoping, with waiting for you to decide I'm worth the risk. That's not fair. Nothing about this is fair. You told me you were falling for me. You kissed me. You held me. And then you disappeared. The tears come now. So which version is real, Nico? The man who cares? Or the man who's standing here letting me walk out without fighting? He's silent, jaw clenched, eyes dark. That's what I thought. I grab my bag. I'll be back for the museum gala next week. We'll smile, play the happy couple, fulfill the contract, then in 8 months, we're done. Clean. Like you wanted. I never said, you didn't have to. Your silence said everything. I open the door. Goodbye, Nico. Don't go. The words are quiet, broken. I stop. Give me a reason to stay. One real reason. Silence. He stares at me, says nothing. That's what I thought. I leave before I break completely. 1 week later. My roommate's couch is uncomfortable. The apartment is loud. I'm miserable, but at least I can breathe. My phone buzzes constantly. Elena. Call me. Elena. He's being impossible. Elena. Both of you are idiots. I ignore them all. Until one message. Nico. I'm sorry. That's it. 2 words. I stare at it for 20 minutes. Then turn off my phone. Because sorry isn't enough. And I'm tired of being the only one willing to risk everything. Chapter 7. Freedom as proof. 2 weeks later. The museum gala happens without me. I text Elena an excuse. Migraine. Can't make it. She responds immediately. He's a wreck. Come see for yourself. I don't. 3 days later, there's a knock on my apartment door. Not Nico. A courier. With a package. Inside, a plane ticket. One way. To anywhere I want. It's an open-ended voucher. And a letter. Handwritten. His handwriting. Isla. I'm not good at this. Apologies. Feelings. Any of it. But I'm trying. So here's the truth. You were right. About everything. I pushed you away because I was terrified. Because everyone I love leaves. Because I thought if I left first, it would hurt less. It didn't. It hurt more. These 2 weeks without you have been hell. The penthouse is empty. Dinners are silent. My mother won't speak to me. And I deserve all of it. I don't deserve you. I know that. But I need you to know. You're free. The ticket is yours. Go anywhere. Europe. Asia. Home to your mother. Wherever makes you happy. I've set up accounts in your name. Enough that you'll never have to work unless you want to. Your mother's medical bills are paid. Forever. Your sister's college is covered. Full ride. Anything she needs. The contract is void. You owe me nothing. Not time. Not presence. Not even forgiveness. I'm releasing you from everything. Because that's what you do when you love someone. You give them the choice to leave. And I do love you. I'm terrible at showing it, terrible at saying it, but it's true. So go. Be free. Be happy. Forget the broken man who was too scared to fight for you when it mattered. You deserve better than me anyway. Nico P. S. If you decide to come back, not for the contract, not for obligation, but for yourself, I'll be at the place where this started. The St. Regis rooftop, Saturday at sunset. I'll wait as long as it takes. I read it 3 times. Then call Elena. Did you know about this? The letter, the accounts, the grand gesture. She sounds smug. Of course. I helped him write it. Took 17 drafts. He's very bad at feelings. Elena. He's giving you freedom, Isla. Real freedom. Not the contract kind. The kind where you can leave, and he'll still make sure you're safe and cared for. Her voice softens. That's how you know it's real. He's choosing your happiness over his own. But what if I don't want freedom? What if I want? Then you know where to find him. Saturday, sunset, rooftop. She pauses. But Isla, don't go unless you're sure. He's putting his heart on the line. If you break it, there won't be anything left. Saturday, sunset. I spend the entire day debating. Go, don't go, go, don't go. The ticket is in my hand. I could be on a plane right now, free from all of this. But freedom without him feels empty. At 7 p.m., I'm still on the couch. At 7:30, I'm staring at the letter. At 7:45, I make a decision. The St. Regis rooftop is exactly as I remember. Lights, city view, the place where everything started. He's there, alone, leaning against the railing. Suit jacket gone, tie loosened, looking at the skyline like it holds answers. I watch him for a moment, memorizing. Then, "You're very dramatic for a businessman." He spins, eyes wide, disbelieving. Isla. Nico. He crosses to me, stops 3 feet away, like he's afraid I'll disappear. You came. You wrote me a very persuasive letter. 17 drafts, I heard. His smile is slight, embarrassed. And my mother has a big mouth. She loves you, despite you being an idiot. I was an idiot. He steps closer. I am an idiot. For pushing you away, for thinking I could protect you by destroying us, for being scared. I close the distance. I get it, Nico. Everyone you love leaves, so you leave first. It's self-preservation. It's cowardice. It's human. My hand touches his face. But you can't keep doing it. You can't keep sabotaging good things because you're afraid of losing them. I know. I'm working on it. Therapy. Actual therapy. My mother insisted. He covers my hand with his. I want to be better. For you. For us. If there still isn't us. That depends. On whether you mean what you wrote. About loving me. About wanting this for real. I meet his eyes. Because I can't do the back and forth anymore. I need to know. Are you in? Completely. Or are you going to run again the moment things get hard? I'm in. Completely. Terrifyingly. I've never been more sure of anything. His hands frame my face. I love you, Isla. Not because of a contract. Not because it's convenient. Because you're the only person who sees me. Really sees me. And stays anyway. I'm stubborn like that. Thank God. He leans his forehead against mine. So, what's your answer? My answer to what? To staying. To giving me another chance. To... He pulls back. Reaches into his pocket. A ring. Simple. Elegant. Perfect. To marrying me. For real this time. No contracts. No clauses. Just us. Forever. My breath catches. Nico. I know it's fast. I know I just got you back, but I've wasted enough time being scared. I want this. You. Marriage. Kids someday if you want them. Growing old together. All of it. His voice is fierce. So will you? Marry me? Again? Properly. Tears stream down my face. Yes. Yes. Yes, you idiot. Yes, I'll marry you. Yes to all of it. He slides the ring on my finger. Kisses me like a man who almost lost everything and just got it back. When we break apart, both breathless, he grins. I have one more thing. He pulls out a napkin. From the rooftop bar, scribbled on it in his handwriting, new contract, Valente Navarro, Clause 1. We choose each other. Every day, even when it's hard. Clause 2. No more running, no more pushing away. We talk, we fight, we figure it out. Clause 3. The old contract is void. This is forever. I laugh through tears. You wrote a contract on a napkin. I'm a businessman. It's what I do. He pulls me close. Sign it. Where? He hands me a pen. I sign next to his signature. Witnessed. Elena's voice calls from across the rooftop. We both turn. She's there, with my mother, both grinning. Mama? Mija. They wanted to see the show, Nico explains. Hope that's okay. My mother crosses to us, looks at Nico, then hugs him. You better take care of her. With my life, I promise. She pulls back, touches his face. Good, because I already lost one good man. I don't want to lose another. Elena joins us. So, are we planning a real wedding now? Because I have thoughts, many thoughts. Of course you do, Nico mutters. But he's smiling. Really smiling, the kind that reaches his eyes. We stand there, the four of us, on the rooftop where everything began. And I realize, this is it. This is family, messy, complicated, absolutely imperfect, and absolutely mine. Epilogue, 6 months later. The wedding is small, immediate family, close friends, no press, no performance, just us, in a garden, with real vows written by us. When Nico says I do, his voice cracks slightly. When I say it back, Elena cries, the man who rescued her with a lie, the contract that was supposed to be temporary, and the love that became permanent anyway. Sometimes the best things start with the worst circumstances, and sometimes the scariest clause is the one you break together. The end. The reception is loud, happy, full of life. At one point, I find the napkin, framed on the gift table. New contract, Valente Navarro. Below it, someone added, best contract I ever signed. Isla. Nico finds me, pulls me close. Happy? Deliriously. Good. Because you're stuck with me now. Legally, emotionally, forever. Promise? Promise. And as we dance under the stars, I think about the girl who was humiliated at a gala,